I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process. This country deserves a real choice in the next election, and it has become clear to me that if I'm having to fight internal battles, I cannot be the best option in that election.
That was Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who announced his plans Monday to step down after nearly a decade in office. Trudeau has suspended Parliament until March 24th to allow the Liberal Party to select its new leader. Until then, he will remain in his role. The 53-year-old son of Canada's popular former Prime Minister, Pierre Trudeau, has been facing growing opposition in recent years over rising food and housing costs. For more, let's bring in David Heurtel. He's a former Canadian cabinet minister and political analyst. David, thank you for joining us. Trudeau was once an extremely popular leader. He had a 65% approval rating in 2016. He's now at 22%. What happened?
Well, like many leaders around the world, the post-pandemic recovery has yet to materialize in Canada. High inflation, cost of living, overall affordability, housing. The fact is that the Trudeau government, much like actually in the U.S., what you went through during the presidential campaign, how Biden and Kamala Harris seem to be disconnected with the middle class and especially the younger voters. Justin Trudeau's base was always very strong with the 18-35-year-olds, and now that's completely disappeared. And now he's trailing in the polls by over 25 points to the Conservatives. So it's a very, very difficult transition post-pandemic, and he's never been able to actually reconnect with everyday lives of Canadians.
And Trudeau met with U.S. President-elect Donald Trump last month after we know the president-elect threatened and plans to impose 25% tariffs on all Canadian goods. Does Trudeau's resignation have anything to do with Trump?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do directly with Trump. What it adds is a level of uncertainty, instability, and close to crisis level situations here in Canada, because right now, with President Trump taking the oath of office on January 20th and already announcing that he's going to impose a 25% tariff on everything coming out of Canada, the situation right now is that the Prime Minister right now is a lame duck, and President Trump has been trolling him on social media, referring to him as a governor, insinuating, saying that Canada should be the 51st state, and saying that just Canada should just merge to avoid tariffs. And President Trump's, style of politics is that, and he knows when there's blood in the water, and he's taking advantage of it. And so right now, tonight here in Canada, we're just wondering, okay, what's going to happen? Because we won't have an election at the earliest until late April or May in Canada, and so we won't have really anybody to strongly respond to whatever President Trump decides to do.
That's a fascinating aspect as well. What happens next for Canada's government? Is it pretty much a foregone conclusion that the Conservative Party is going to go into power next?
Oh, pretty much. Now, the question is just timing. I mean, imagine, again, the parallel with Biden and Harris is quite stunning, because now you're going to have the Liberal Party Canada, party in power, is going to have to organize a leadership race in less than 2.5 months, which is unheard of. Imagine in your system, having the year-long convention system, primary system, being condensed to barely 2.5 months. And then after that, Parliament resumes on March 24th, and then there's going to be a confidence motion, and the three opposition parties have already said that we're going to defeat the government. So there is very little doubt that whoever's going to succeed Justin Trudeau is going to be the next prime minister, but that should be short-lived, because right now the Conservatives are in the polls so far ahead. It's pretty much like the situation in the UK with the Labour Party and the Conservatives earlier last year.
David Heurtel, we really appreciate you joining us and explaining all this for us. Thank you so very much.
Great to be with you, Lindsay. Thank you.